And eventually, like, I could tell Tobes, my boy, that, you know, shit's tight. You know, talk to Mike for us, bro. Be cool about that shit. You know, you got all these other bands. You know, just like let us get big, so you get that Dorito money. And Todd would call me from Razorcake and say, we want to do an interview with you right now, and we're gonna shelf our Rational Anthem interview, or Lanira, one of those other bands that I fall asleep to. But what happened is, when I started talking, and I thought it was brilliant, I planned it out, I was looking in the mirror, and I said, you know, I pumped myself up and cracked the mic, and I said that his mom had sex with with one of the grips on the set of Forrest Gump. Well, he wasn't too happy about it. Threw a stick, hit me in the back of the head, which triggered this weird, like, bowel movement that I never had before. Like, usually, and I get it now, and I talked to a doctor about it later, but he said that shit's fucked up, and that's kind of where he left it. I was at a clinic outside of Madison. I mean, I didn't have health insurance. I was working at PDQ.
So it was nothing but beer and cheese curds?
And we also, Jackson was sweet enough to buy us Domino's to just kind of sweeten the deal, because he knew this was his final chance to, like, chase some real talent, you know, like, get some sweet babes. Because, I mean, let's be honest with each other, he's no Brad Pitt. So then, I didn't know I had the soupy poopy thing when you hit me in the back of the head, and it just all flies out. And I'm laughing about it now because my therapist says I need to. So this is probably good for me that we're talking about this. I mean,
were you guys able to finish the set?
3 songs in, the sound guy started vomiting, and Jackson actually himself was dry heaving between each song. So we were like, hey, we're the Master Invaders, and like I tried to play it off, you know. One thing I read in the Eric Melvin biography is pretend like you've been there before. It's something he talks about when he plays hockey with the greats like Wayne Gretzky and some of the other guys. He always says, you know, pretend like you've been there before. So I tried to play it off like I didn't poop my pants. But it was pretty obvious when Jackson was dry heaving in between each song. And then when the sound guy almost started barfing, that's when they asked us to get off stage.
And so were the other bands able to follow up?
Well, what happened is they took the hose from outside. Now, mind you, this is January, so they had to thaw out the hose. They had to blow out the whole Magic Act. Like, and that guy was really pissed, because I guess he had actually brought in live doves. But this is hard rock and roll. This is music. This is what Motorhead would do if they were alive today. But I think they're still alive. Anyway, so yeah, the show continued. What ended up happening though is Adam from the Copyrights actually, it's kind of a funny story, slipped, broke his toe and his headstock to one of his basses because the stage was still wet because he didn't have enough towels to dry it. So I mean, he tried to like bitch at me about it, but I was like, Adam, you don't get it. This will be probably one of your bigger moments. But again, he wasn't having it, so I had to pay not only for the doctor bills to take a look at his toe, but also to have the headstock re-glued. What he doesn't know, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to anyway, is that I basically took the headstock to my brother, who's kind of cross-eyed. He's this weird cross-eyed thing, and he just like glued it with like some super glue and a little bit of duct tape, and you know, it played. So the joke's on him, really, because I felt like that was his moment, but you know, whatever.